Redfin now reports 2008 style crash is right around the corner. Hey everybody, Scott Walters, welcome to the channel. If you're new, I want to thank you for coming. If you're returning, I want to thank you for your continued support. Before we get into today's red hot topic, I'm going to politely ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Please watch to the end for my final thought. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when new videos are released. It is very important to stay close to the channel in these very tricky times. All right, folks, welcome to the channel. Always an honor and a privilege to be with you. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows and sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. And friends, Redfin now is reporting 2008 crash is around the corner. Is that what you guys needed to hear? Did you need to hear from Redfin or some other big real estate website? They're forced to report on the facts. There's no hiding this one anymore. They tried to hide it that's what's so kind of alarming to me is you look at these big media platforms, mainstream media websites, industry websites, industry platforms. They're all forced to report on what's going on now. But not too long ago, maybe a year or so ago, they were reporting on the FOMO, how you needed to go out and buy in the biggest real estate bubble ever produced in history. Not only produced, artificially produced. Organic growth. Congratulations to anybody that's stuck with this channel. We've done a fine job, haven't we? Get in front of this thing. That's always been our job, to get in front of this, to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Not 1% of the time, not 2% of the time, 100% of the time, the housing market has displayed bubble behavior. It's in fact crashed. This time, people seem to think it was gonna be different. It was the wealth effect, the free money, the casino climate, the Kool-Aid drinking at never seen before levels. This bubble is bigger than 2008. It is more dangerous than 2008. It should have our full attention. Absolute insanity. Absolute insanity. I love real estate. Real estate has afforded me so much. I know many of you are going to win in real estate. I've risen from the ashes of a purchase and a bubble before. I understand this dynamic pretty well. I'm a voice of reason in what's become a very unreasonable housing market. Like I said, congratulations. It's been really fun to work with you guys. We've had a lot of good fun here. Comments section, insane. Thank you so much for you guys to continue to help each other. Iron sharpens iron. We've been doing that here. We're going to continue to do that. But today we're going to jump over to a Redfin article as we read between the lines and look between the cracks. And what I'm seeing, friends, is basically they're forced to report on the actualities of what's going on, but still sugarcoating it. And guess what? If you look up old media posts in the 2008 era, it wasn't far off from what we're seeing here, where people started a report of the red housing market showing some, declines and, softening, and it's turning into minimizing the severity of what's going on. We've always talked about this here, the real estate channel, but this is much bigger than real estate. If we lose the U.S. housing market, we are in a full-blown financial collapse, recession. This one could in fact deliver a depression. Scary, scary, scary. I want to congratulate everybody who continues to be awake and understand the waters we're swimming in. Let's go ahead and roll this footage and we're going to meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started. Redfin predicts sharpest turn in housing market since 2008 crash. This is the sharpest turn in the housing market since the housing market crash in 2008, said Daryl Fairweather, Redfin's chief economist. While home prices are still higher than a year ago, with the average home now selling for just under $370,000, inflation and high interest rates are slowing it down. We haven't seen interest rates this high since 2008, 2007, so it's a big change from the housing market we've all gotten used to, Fairweather said. Redfin said larger cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles are seeing the greatest impacts from this. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So that's our good friends, Redfin, reporting on that this housing market is not only displaying 2008 behavior, but it's doing it quicker. And, this was probably the fastest real estate bubble ever produced. In fact, it was. I don't have to say probably. Absolutely. It was virtually born overnight due to market manipulation, stimulus injections, and not only money, programs, eviction bans, foreclosure bans, making agents essential workers in a health crisis, dropping interest rates, and then kicking the can so far down the road there was no saving it. They let it get away. I don't know if this was on purpose or on accident. This might have been basically a deliberately constructed bubble designed to collapse our complete economy so they can try to do some weird new thing with, whatever, society, whatever they're trying to do. Who cares? The realities are we'll get out of the problem, and then the solution, the first step of getting past the problem is admit there's a problem. The problem was we overheated the one asset class we cannot. The U.S. housing market. You can't overheat the U.S. housing market and expect it not to have blowback. Then we have to practice acceptance. Once you can accept the fact that this was a housing bubble, regardless of how we got here, I don't really care if anybody wants to dissect how we got here, planned or on purpose. The realities are this was a housing bubble. We needed to admit that, accept it, and now move away from it. And that's what we're going to continue to do, because I believe there's going to be insane buying opportunity, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Like our good friend Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, who got on the sidelines very early on in the biggest cash position he's ever been in his financial life. His coined phrase is be greedy when others are fearful. Fearful when others are greedy. It's a great phrase. And the only thing I don't like about it is it kind of communicates greed. And I just don't think it's smart for any of us to base our insides on other people's outsides. Like, if I had this nice house or this lifestyle, then I would be happy too. Some of the happiest moments of my own life is when I had the least amount of money. Manageability is what we all want. And free time. Those are the things we want. But that is a very good example of what we should be doing. Playing it safe in the biggest bubble. But millions and millions of people drank that Kool-Aid. So unfortunately, there's just no saving this one. It's gonna play out. But for some of us that were at least ready for it, halfway expected it, will be less blindsided by it and be able to operate more efficiently within it. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, somebody wants to see not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history is showing its blowback. We now are exceeding 2008 bubble behavior. This one is at massive, massive risk. It now becomes percentage of likelihood. What percentage of likelihood do you put on this having a full-blown economic blowback and collapse and a housing crash? I'm pretty much red lighting at 100%. Real estate is localized. Some areas are going to get hit harder, quicker, rebound quicker. That's fine. That's just the way it is. But this, in today's modern era, with our digital diet and contagion being a more ever-present component, because we're all doing this with our screen time. Good news travels fast. Bad news travels faster. Mainstream media is going to report on it. If it bleeds, it leads. It's going to sweep people into fear and panic. It's only going to be us that stay centered and surrounded with like-minded people that are going to be able to operate more efficiently within it. So congratulations, because it's not only what we need, it's what we in fact deserve. If you appreciate the content, I do want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links are in the description of this video. If you'd like to follow me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on, I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, I have a network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.